Hello everybody and welcome to the official start of Season 5. This is round number 1 of Season 5 of the Sunoco Elite Series here at Pensacola Superspeedway. And boy, is this going to be exciting. Lots of hopefuls out here looking to start their season off right. There's so many ways that this race could go wrong for people, and there's so many ways that this race could go right. One of the big stories this weekend has been reliability. There's been some reliability issues on track, and it may come into play in this race that if someone has a reliability issue in the middle of the pack, it could cause a crash, could hold up the entire pack, could separate the pack into two. Anything can happen if someone breaks down on track, and there's just so much that could happen in this race, and I'm so excited. They are not required to pit in this race, 40 laps. They were able to pump enough fuel into these cars and get the tires, the real hard compound tires on these, to make sure these guys can go to the end of this race on one set of tires, on one fill of fuel, and we are good to go here in Pensacola to start off the season. On pole, if you did not watch qualifying, I highly suggest you do so because it was a great session. But on pole today, Roman Rahal for part-time for Maverick GP will go on pole position today. It's been a while since we've seen him up at the front like this. And Roman Rahal, one of the better drivers in the series, but he has never really been in a ride this good here at Maverick GP. It's only part-time, but he'll be here for every part-time race this season, and he's proven that he maybe deserves a spot in full-time when the trading period comes around. Alongside William Brockman, who has 9 wins to his name. He needs one more to make that landmark 10, the first person ever to do that if he can pull it off. On row 2, you got Eric Monaco for Red Stallion Racing for rank D. Eric Monaco did an exceptional job in qualifying and definitely deserves this spot near the front. Eric Monaco looking to be a threat today. Alongside Steven Thompson in his first ride out of rank D. Well, first full-time ride out of rank D. He has always been in Saber Sport in his full-time career. He is now stepping into Shockhouse Racing in rank B. A lot of people hopeful for him to start his career off in rank B really well this season. On row 3, we have Scott Roush, someone who was very predicted to win the season last season and is still sort of predicted to win this season. He could still very well win this season, as Roush Racing Enterprises' big threat this season, always has been, and Scott Roush looking to come out here, started off with a win. Adam Vincent alongside Scott Roush on row 3, and Vincent, this is his last season for a few seasons. He's going to drop out, go elsewhere in the world. So Adam Vincent's trying to start off his farewell season as well as he can, starting in row 3 in 6th place. On row 4, you got Zachary Fitzwater Sr., your Season 2 champion. And, Fitzwater, a lot of rumors about him also leaving at the end of this season. But Zachary Fitzwater Sr., if he does go down, he ain't going down without a fight, starting P7 here today to start off his season. Fitzwater, one of the biggest threats wherever we go. Alongside Lorenzo Log, who now driving for Trailblazer Motorsports, actually got a very good starting spot for Trailblazer up in P8. Lorenzo Log definitely could be a threat today. He has not gotten a win since Season 2. Can he get a win here today to lock his 4th career win? And on row 5, you have your reigning...
Start your engines!
There's the command. In row 5, P9, you got William Carlson Jr., the winner here last season, who got his first career win here, who's a big potential to win this season, as it seems that Pericles is an issue. We're going to have to restack the grid, but we'll get to that in a second. We'll finish up your grid. William Carlson Jr. definitely could win this race, but he needs to get a lot of power in the car, and he needs to do what he did last season. And alongside Dan Luisen, Dan Luisen is... the part-time for Epic Motorsports, did amazing at Talladega this season, which was another super speedway. We'll see if Dan Luisi can pull it off here today and tie together a first rank A run really well. We're going to restart the grid because Pericles seems to have an issue because we always have to start the race with everyone on grid. So we will be back in just a moment. Checking the rear of the pack. It seems that everyone is out on track now. Big name back here. Paul Jackson on a row all by himself at the rear of the grid. Did not have a qualifying run that was good at all. Neither did Carson Bowers or Jack Halleck. 3 people who are predicted to do very well here today. So keep your eye on these 3. They could very well hunt through this field. And as, you know, Carson Bowers, he won here in Season 2. The very first time we came here, Carson Bowers won here. So watch out for those guys in the rear. But before we start this race, I want to point out an interesting statistic here. Every time we've come here, we've always crowned a first career winner. Every single time. We've never had someone who has won before win here. So, by that logic, the person in position to take the win could be Steven Thompson. Thompson has always driven for Sabersport, like said, and Thompson could very well win this race. It's Chuck Allison, this car, this 26 car won last season at Nahuelhuapi in Argentina when Aiden Shepard drove this car. And Thompson is very skilled. He's someone who a lot of people have been watching since Season 1 when he drove for Fitzwater Australia as a part-time. And Thompson now trying to get his chance to show what he can do. And we'll have to watch him as this race goes on. But it's Roman Rahal at the front of the field. We see no issues throughout the pack. So Roman Rahal will start this season off in his Maverick GP Spike Chunsoft number 83 car. Will lead us to the green flag to start Season 5 of the Sunoco Elite Series. Green flag is in the air at Pensacola. It's a pretty even start between the front row runners, but Eric Monaco did not get a good run in row 2, which leaves Rahal all by himself on the inside to defend from Brock on the outside. And using the momentum from a push from Thompson, it looks like Brock's going to get the lead. Yes, it will be so. William Brock will take the lead early here in Pensacola. Roman Rahal fights with Steven Thompson for second as Fitzwater and a log tag together down low as Fitzwater slips in the 4th position, and it looks like a log will slip into the 5th. Look at the pack, all jumbled up throughout the pack. You can see near the rear that Jackson and Bowers are already making up spots. They've already made up like 6 or 7 or even more now. These guys are hunting through the pack. Like I said, watch out for them. They're going to be huge threats near the end of this race, along with Rowe, Arndt. Johnson's looks really strong this season. Halleck, the one on screen right now. They could all be big threats, so keep an eye out for them because this race could completely change within the next 10 laps. So keep your eye out. Oh, lap 2, Lorenzo Log and Dan Luisen make contact, but we will keep going. As the front runner seems to start to split away, we're wondering how long that's going to last. I think it's because Thompson is not stepping out on Brock. He's just sticking behind him. It's a good strategy because this means that these two can get away as far as possible before Thompson begins to battle Brock. So Thompson's just going to keep his eye on Brock for now. But a P2 for Steven Thompson at this moment is a very good thing. And Tyler Thaber for Sabersport has got to be smiling in the pits. They're still setting up Panasonic lights, and that's where Sabersport is now. But Thompson, representing Sabersport, is trying to battle with William Brock, but here comes Roush and Eric Monaco behind. Eric has one win to his name. That came back in Season 1 at Calder Park. It's been a long time since we've seen Eric Monaco go to the victory circle. A lot of people are like that. We mentioned it many times with William Duncan as well. Duncan has not won since Season 1, but we don't know where Duncan is. Where is Duncan? 25th. He's near the rear. Look up here. As it seems, Jackson is attempting a move on Bowers on the outside. I don't think that's going to work. But they're already cracking the top 20. Like I said, it can change very quickly. As you can see, Steven Thompson is going for the lead here in Pensacola. Steven Thompson in a very underpowered Rank D ride last season, hardly led many laps at all. And this season, it'll be the 4th lap of the season, and Steven Thompson will lead it. Steven Thompson, your leader right now. Let's get your leaderboard up. It's Thompson and Roush got Brock at the line, so Roush is here. Pericles a big threat to win this season, is here as well, being pushed by Adam Vincent, Cordell Paulson, Fitzwater, and Iran. It's a train of very high experienced veterans, but it's all chasing after Steven Thompson. You could say he's been here since season 1. He has. It's just first full-time ride came in season 3 for him. So season 5, this is his 3rd full-time season. Thompson impressing a lot of people in the past few seasons, and it's really showed. But you can see in this pack, there is Carson Bowers, who has climbed up to where? 9th. Keep in mind, it's been 5 laps, and these two are already here. I told you to keep your eyes out for them, and they have already shown themselves. They've also kind of dragged Philip Scott through this field. Philip Scott, the legend, has moved up into the top 20. Benoit Ravine is up here. Brock now slipping back into line to start to head up through the pack once again. He'll be back in a few laps. But it's Paulson, your reigning champion, challenging the 26 for the lead. Pushed by Gerard Iran. Iran also never won a single race in his career. He's come close a few times, but now it looks like Iran's going to challenge for the lead against his old teammate. Now driving for Epic Motorsports this season. A lot of people are skeptical on whether this is going to work out with Gerard Iran or whether he's just going to be a blunder, but he's trying to prove he deserves his spot. And this Toyota seems to have a lot of power for him. He battles with the 1 car. He's kind of pushing him wide a little bit, which is actually a very good strategy. Push him wide, get him a little bit higher up so you can dive down low, and Gerard Iran has taken the lead. Lap 7, and he will lead the lap. No matter if Pericles challenges or not, he's going to lead this lap. And Pericles isn't even going to challenge. So lap 8 now. We expected a crash around lap 5, so we're going a little further than we thought, but I'm still expecting a crash with this kind of pack. Don't get me wrong, I still fully expect a crash. But Dak Jovic for Shock Allison moves into 2nd. That's Thompson's teammate. Their other teammate down, you can see him on the right side of your screen over here. He's climbing up through, but Philip Scott's into 3rd now, trying to help his teammate. No, yeah, that's too risky. Too risky to help his teammate. Philip Scott slips into 3rd. He's won at a Superspeedway before. He knows how to win. 5-time winner in the series, Philip Scott. First time in a Rank A equipment, and he is proving why he can be one of the biggest threats this season. He makes the move on Dak Jovic for 2nd. Aiden Shepard approaches behind. Shepard won the very first SES race in history, Season 1, Round 1. So Aiden Shepard, definitely someone to always watch out for. He's always been a good driver through every season. Both of these two, side by side, have been great drivers through the seasons. And they're still going strong. There's Ryan Griffin. That's the part-time for Culver Haas now. Moving up through the pack. Battling Hans Windhelm and Jack Halleck. Halleck started near the rear. I told you to watch for him as well. Where did Bowers and Jackson go? Bowers stuck in a 3 wide on the outside, and Jackson stuck in a 3 wide in the middle. Jackson's got a former teammate behind him, though. That is the 01 of William Brock, his former team owner, back when he drove the 40. This guy has had so much success in his career. Paul Jackson, 3 championship podiums in a row. One of the most successful drivers in SCS history. No championship, but with the statistics he has now, I'm not sure how much that really matters. Paul Jackson has proved himself to be one of the all-time greats, and at this point, there's nothing else he really needs to do other than win a championship. But it's Aiden Shepard now taking the lead here in Pensacola. It's lap 10 of 40. We're a 4th way through the race. Oh, it's so much action in this race. Again, they do not have to pit this race, so they can go straight to the end. It's Shepard, Iran, Jovic, Philip Scott, Jack Halleck, Eric Monaco, Ryan Griffin, Benoit Ravine, Dan Luisa in 10th is possibly Rahal at the end of this, but Vince Freeze down low for HHR. Freeze drove for Monarch back in the Royale, so he's someone who has raced before, but just only once. Vince Freeze surrounded by a bunch of veterans, a bunch of people who have so much experience. Even people like Gatlin Downey. Downey's been around since, what, season 2? When he drove for HHR? Or was it season 3? He's been around for a while. Gatlin Downey's been around for a while. Brock's been around since the very beginning and has won 9 races in his career. Rahal has 2 wins, been around since season 1. Pericles, Duncan, 2 people who have been around since season 1, but Duncan came mid-season 1. But it all comes at the front. The very first SES winner leading this race. Pushed by Jack Halleck and Dak Jovic. Jovic will jump on Halleck. And Monaco really tried down low on Jovic. He has a big push right now, and he's gonna get low on him. We are 4 wide for 2nd, 4 wide for 6th. And Brock down low, trying to push into 2nd, but it's Shepard out front still. Will we see our first ranked D winner today? That's the question. Again, if anyone can really do it, it's Red Stallion right now. Red Stallion seems to have the best ranked D cars out here. Definitely better than HHR at this current moment at this track. They seem to be very good here. These guys have a lot of engine power. They just don't have much handling, it seems. But their engine power is showing here. Red Stallion, also a team, this team's been around since season 1. It used to be ranked B. Oh, Skyla! Did Skyla just save that? Wow! Skyla Johnson! What a save! Was there caution though? Yes. Shepard will lead it to the flag lap. 14 finally gets a caution. Took us long enough, but Aiden Shepard over Brock, Jovic, Monaco, and Duncan. Aiden Shepard, your current leader. Let's go see what happened in that incident. So from what I saw, it's Fitzwater battling with what seems to be no, it's Bowers and Downey, and they go, into Shepard! Not Shepard. They go into Jackson. That's going to end Jackson's race. There goes Paulson's race. Carlson, did he get away with that with no damage? Yeah, he did. He just had to really slow down to avoid it, but it seems that Carlson's fine. Rowe got involved. Thompson. Caldwell's involved. Fitzwater's involved. Downey. Lots of big names involved in that wreck, and that's going to shake up championship early. Oh, Dan Luisen. We saw he was in the air. Luisen, not a good start to his part-time championship. And Jackson is out of this race. They've retired the car. That's a big championship threat out. This early, it's just, oh, that sucks. But Aiden Shepard, your current leader, will be back. We are on lap 17 of 40. It's Shepard. Here are all the people that jumped it. You got Luisen, Thompson, Jackson, Downey, Fitzwater, and Paulson. Some of the big people who could be threats this season. Not starting off their season well. First wreck of the season. And it was a pretty big one. But Shepard now has no one to start beside him. He's only got one person right behind him this time. So how well can Shepard deal with Brock is the question. William Brock, known to be one of the absolute greats and in a rank B this season, still showing a lot of pace. Actually, the first rank A in the field is Duncan in P5, then Wilhelm P6, Pericles P7, Scott P9, Rahal P11. So the rank A's are kind of scattered now because of everything that's happened. And rank B holds a top 3 lockout right now. And then it's a rank D in P4. And that's an Eric Monaco. Like I said, Red Stallion, just so strong today. But it will be Aiden Shepard leading them back down to the green flag, lap 17. Bobby Jones has an issue. So that means Monaco's pretty much the last chance for this team to win. But Shepard leads it down, green flag back in the air. in Pensacola, and the top three got an amazing start between them. Brock will already challenge down low on Shepard. This pack could smush back together. It could happen. And with Jackson out of this race, who knows what could happen. There's Skylar Johnson at the rear. All the damage has been repaired on that car. I don't know. Seems that Jones is still here. Does he have an issue? I thought Jones had an issue. He was down low, but he did re-enter. We're going to keep our eye on Jones for just a moment, see if he pulls into pit road. Everyone's staying wide, so I'm thinking he's already signaled it. Yes, he has. Jones has an issue. He's in pit road. But it's Brock leading this race. One person that no one wants to see lead this race. Going for landmark number 10. What a day that would be if he can pull this off. And they have now run into Bobby Jones. Where will Jones go? Here we go. It begins. Bobby Shepard trying to run high, trying to avoid him. They won't! Oh, that's exactly what Skylar Johnson needed. Bobby helping his teammates right now, giving them a bigger chance to win this race, because Jones is pretty much done for this race when he's going a lap down now. But now this pack is so close together. Where is Skylar? Can she take advantage of it? Oh, it's going to take a lot. She's only at 220. These people are already getting back up to speed using Bobby Jones. But it's Brock out front. Shepard. Oh, Shepard got blocked by Jones and now is stuck on the outside of a 3 wide. This leads Brock to lead this race. It's Brock, Pericles, Halleck, Irvine, and Vincent, your top 5. Adam Vincent, I don't think he's ever won at a Superspeedway in his career. No, he hasn't. Adam Vincent has always won at road courses, if I'm correct, and still one of the strongest roadies out here. But in his farewell season, can he get that one win at a Superspeedway? He's up in the top 5 now. He could. There's a name I wasn't sure we were going to see this race. Dan Bartlett is up here now. Bartlett for Trailblazer Motorsports, the rookie, and the highest rookie as of now because he just got past Vince Freeze. Dan Bartlett being pushed by another rookie, being his rival, his supposed rival in this Rookie of the Year championship, DJ Curtis. These two are theorized to battle all throughout the year, so keep your eye on them. Are they 4 wide for the lead right now? No, they almost went 4 wide for second. They are going 4 wide for second. And that's Scott Roush going to second, trying to go after Brock now. Pushed by 2 rookies and a rank a D. So he's got an interesting help. Bartlett and Curtis now begin battle. This is for the lead in the Rookie of the Year title fight. Curtis going to just zoom by the 86 of Bartlett. Curtis. Some people may know he drove for Trailblazer in Season 2 in the Royale, and he just reappeared this season, Season 5. He is now taken 3rd, being pushed by Eric Monaco. A great push by Eric. Eric is a lot of help right now. A lot of help that he needs. Here comes John Arndt, your fan favorite. Oh boy. The man who got, what was it, 4 wins in the last 6 rounds last season? Yeah. Absolutely dominant at the end of last season. We'll see if he can get up to the front. Look at HHR. They're all right here. Wow, HHR putting on a performance. Laughter Stucol, Jimmy Perez, and Vince Freeze, all teammates 3 wide. That's interesting. Oh, here we go. Curtis trying to make a move on Eric Monaco. Doesn't work. Arndt making a move on Bartlett for 4th. I see Rahal getting back into it. With Windhelm and Jovic behind. Do we see Skylar Johnson? No. She is one of the fastest people this weekend. She just doesn't have the draft. Which sucks. That means she's probably not going to win this race. Which is disappointing, definitely. Skylar Johnson definitely has a lot of strength this season, and I would watch out for her to possibly win a race and be the first ever ranked D winner. But Brock now doesn't have that cushion he had before. With a train of Eric Monaco, DJ Curtis, and John Art behind. Now Vincent joining into the battle. Curtis jumps on Monaco. DJ Curtis. Could Curtis win in his second ever, or technically it's his third ever race, his second full round of SCS competition? Because it was technically a round he did before, because when he competed before, it was a points paying round. That was when the Royale used to be points paying. Bartlett knocking it. We may see a rookie winner again. DJ Curtis being pushed by Adam Vincent and Dan Bartlett, all chasing after one man at the front of the field, but his teammate is going to try to interrupt. Here comes Vincent for second. I also see Hans Windhelm, who was also theorized to be a big threat for this race, win because he is also not an SCS winner. Lorenzo Log coming through the pack. You see Philip Scott on his way back. I see Art dropping back. That's not good for Art. We don't have many laps to go. But you can rotate through this pack in 3 laps, so I don't think anyone in this pack, even people near the back, near Bobby Jones, the lap car, people like Angel, Irvine, Monaco, Perez even, these people are still in it. Everyone is still in this race, but they're all having to chase Full Frontal Motorsports at the very front of the field, the top 2. Bartlett pushed by Rahal. But Rahal getting a little bit of a challenge from Windhelm. Not going to get that challenge full. Maybe they should start focusing on these full frontal cars, because if they hook up, they're gone. You can't let them hook up. Brock's a little further, though. Rahal, your pole sitter. And Brock, the person who started on the front row alongside him. They're both near the front. There is Windhelm. Windhelm drove for Monarch Motorsports 3 seasons in a row. No, 2 seasons in a row, and then drove for Spark Auto Racing back in season 2. He's always been near the rear of the field. He's always been a low-tier car, except for last season when he absolutely erupted and almost got a top 5 in points in a rank C at one point. Windhelm, one of the outright strongest people in this field. No doubt, and he's showing it now. Here comes Windhelm, breaking the FFM 1-2. He's got help. He's got 3 people to help him behind. Can Red Stallion actually pull this one off? Eric Monaco is nowhere near out of this. Do not count Eric Monaco out. Don't count Carson Bowers out of this either. Bowers gets right up to the back of Monaco, not able to get there. They're now starting to even out into single file line. This means Brock is going to have a big charge coming at him because it's all one big draft. Rahal, Curtis, back in it. Curtis showing his strength. Not going to get there. Rahal. It's kind of hard to make a move on Rahal. Rahal is an absolute legend in this series as well, along with people like Brock, Bowers, Scott especially, and Rahal was one of, if I'm correct, he was one of the first 5 winners in SCS history. Won at Michigan Season 1. Back when he was leading Red Stallion. And we'll see, can they get it done? We're coming to 8 laps to go. Windhelm is right on the rear of William Brock. If he has any chance, it's now. Rahal giving him the push. He's got to be frustrated. He's got to be telling him to go. They can't hold it up any longer. They can't let Brock lead any longer. And I think Rahal's ready to take this into his own hands. Roman Rahal for second. Your front row will meet up in battle once again. Lap 33 this time. 8 laps to go. Shepard making a really desperate dive for second. Wow, if he can pull this off. No. Bowers now. He's won here before. He was the first winner at this track. I think we're about to break the first winner streak here, because we have so many big winners up at the front here. The only one who isn't a winner up here is Hans Windhelm. Oh no, Gerard Aron's here. And Freeze. I didn't see them near the back. These two are here. And Angel could play a part if he can get around Jovic. Same with Sunoco. If he can get around Benoit Ravine, those are winners. Or Dak Jovic. I didn't even see Dak Jovic for a second. Well, I did. I didn't notice it. Dak Jovic, a first-time winner. But we have a top 4 with all drivers who have won in this series. Curtis could be one who could keep the streak going. But it all focuses on getting William Brock out of the lead. Brock, easily the fastest guy here. No doubt. He is showing he is the fastest guy on track right now. Who has the challenge? The only person so far we've seen today who has the speed to challenge is right behind him, and that's Aiden Shepard. Shepard has had so much speed today. Could he start his season off right? Bowers trying to start his season off right. These are 3 very, very high tier veterans in the top 3. Carson Bowers making the move for second. Will Shepard try to jump and make it 3 wide for the lead? No. This second pack needs something. Duncan is coming through. He hasn't won since season 1. He's up in the top 5 now. We're coming to 5 laps to go this time around, and Maverick is on their way. They have Rahal there too. Rahal's here. Maverick is coming in one big force. The only one they don't have is Rowe, who was involved in that incident earlier. Duncan is making a charge after Shepard. Monaco moves into 3rd. Duncan making the move for 4th. Oh, this could go many different ways. It all depends on if anyone can get William Brock out of the lead. Bowers is pretty aggressive though, and if anyone can pull it off, it's him. If anyone has the speed to pull it off, it's Carson Bowers. Bowers holding on to the back of Brock. He's not ready yet, but he's right there. Here he comes! Carson Bowers getting Brock out of the lead. Monaco pushing him down low, making sure Brock cannot retaliate. There's Shepard doing it too. They're making sure that William Brock cannot regain this lead, because if he does, he'll probably run to a win. This is probably their last stand to get Brock away. And they will. Brock's out of the lead. Bowers now leading this race. They can't even let Brock down low or he might win this race. They gotta keep him up high. 4 laps to go, and Carson Bowers leads this race. Shepard making a move on Eric Monaco. Monaco trying. No, Monaco wants to be that first ranked D winner, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Shepard, what a run! Through 3 and 4, and Shepard's got the lead. 3 laps to go this time around, and it's Shepard versus Bowers. There's Vince Freeze coming through. Could Vince Freeze pull it off? No, Vincent jumps on him. It's chaos through the pack. Everyone jumping positions, trying to get their chance to the front. Get their chance to get to the front. And right now, Duncan and Rahal working together. Teammates really trying. But Bowers slips back into second. I see Vince Freeze. Oh my, could this be Vince Freeze's day? This would be his first full-time start, and it would be his first career win if he could do it. He's in the top 5, but he'll need more than this, and he's gonna get more. Push from Pericles. Could he challenge Duncan? He's gonna need a little more of a push. No, I think Pericles has got him now. Nick Pericles starting to make a charge, but this looks like it's gonna be between these two. It's Shepard and Bowers. Looks to be the only two who can challenge for this race win. Bowers, where will you make this move? When will you do it? He's doing what he did with Brock, sticking right to the back. But he's gotta make a move soon because we're coming to the white flag. No one else is close enough. It's gonna be these two. It's only these two who can win this race. We will break the first time winner streak here. White flag in the air for Aiden Shepard. In his first ride back with Roush Racing this season, he was here on this team in Season 3, and did he get a win that season? I don't think he did. He came back last season under Shock Allison, got a win. And now, the Superspeedway King is about to do it again. Down the backstretch, Duncan and Pericles are trying. They're not there. They're not there. It's only Carson Bowers. Can he have a challenge? Does he have something? Does he have anything? I don't think he does. I think Bowers is done. Out of the last corner. And Aiden Shepard will take career win number 5. And he wins in Pensacola. That's a season opener number 2 for Aiden Shepard. And the Superspeedway King does it again. This is how he got this nickname. The Superspeedway King. He is so good around these tracks, and he proves it once again. Aiden Shepard, I believe that's career win number 5, putting him on the all-time win list with a few others who have ever pulled off 5 career wins. And Aiden Shepard, what an amazing performance. That was incredible. Aiden Shepard, Bowers just did not have the power. He didn't have a draft from anyone from behind, and that's what cost him the win. No one else was there to help him. And because he had no help, no one was able to challenge Shepard. Aiden Shepard, congratulations. What a victory for Roush Racing Enterprises. A very well-deserved win, above all else. What a way to start off this season, to break a streak that has been here since Season 2. And the first winner streak is over because Shepard, that's career win number 5, if I'm correct. Beautiful race out of Shepard. Was able to stay near the front all day long. And that's what was important. Staying near the front all day long was the most important thing they needed to do. And Shepard was one of the only people who was able to do that. Brock was able to do that. Eric Monaco was able to do that. He scores a top 5. That's the reason why he scored that top 5. Carson Bowers, from second to last, pulls a P2. Absolutely incredible performance out of a lot of people today. Vince Freeze, P7 for HHR. What a race. Congratulations, Aiden Shepard. Let's go look at your finishing results. So it's Aiden Shepard taking career win number 5. With Carson Bowers 2nd, Duncan 3rd, Pericles 4th, Monaco 5th, Vince in 6th, Freeze, the rookie in 7th, leading the Rookie of the Year battle. Dak Jovic in 8th, Gerardo Ron in 9th, a good way to start off his season, and Benoit de Ravine round out your top 10. Scott Ganassi didn't have the day we expected them to have, but they're still big threats. Don't get me wrong, they are still huge threats for this championship, and that's our first part-time race. The next time we'll see people like Roman Rahal, who is now leading the part-time championship. Next time we'll see people like them. That will be in Road America, where we'll see a few exchanges in the orders. But Rahal will still be here. Rahal will keep hit up because the part-time championship goes off average points. So Rahal doesn't have this in the bag. Just goes off your average points between how many races he did. So Rahal really starting off well and will lead your part-time championship, and Aiden Shepard will lead your full-time championship. William Brock had the lead coming to 2 to go, if I'm correct, or it was like 3 to go. And it's P15. That's how quickly things can change around here. And Brock proves himself that he, even though he's in rank B, he's still one of the biggest threats out here, could still go for win number 10, and I keep my eyes on him throughout this whole season. He could still very well win this season, but it's only race 1 out of 20. We got 19 rounds to go. Congratulations, Aiden Shepard. That is career win number 5, and a solid win for Roush Racing Enterprises. No need to show points. It's really obvious how it is, so we're just going to end it here. Thank you guys for watching. What an amazing race to start off Season 5. Next time, we're going back to Watkins Glen for our second season. And Watkins Glen was a great race last time. Carson Bowers won there. He's second this race, so he could pull a 2-1 in the first 2 races, which would guarantee his points lead. And Carson Bowers, basically known at this point for winning the second round of a season. He won at New Jersey back in season, I want to say 3, and Watkins Glen season 4. So can he pull it off in season 5 and pull 3 in a row, which would be amazing for him. Congratulations, Aiden Shepard. Next time, Watkins Glen. We will see you then. Ciao.